Every guy not rich. Just like Cece said, when have you seen a 10? Right? Every guy don't have a thing. But if I'm out here breaking my back every day to make your life better, why can't you fall in line? Why not? What's the fight? What's the
But
argument? Hold
but
on,
I think
hold on,
okay, go
hold
ahead.
on.
And women are truly like children, then you don't feel like there's a level of manipulation that men can have in order to coerce women for sex?
Even children know to stay away from a hot stove.
That's fair. That's a great analogy. Ricky, this is something that I hear a lot, that you describe women as children.
Yes, I do.
So, when thinking about how a child thinks, how impressionable children are, how emotional or rational and susceptible to influence that children are, why would you not think that men who have the same mentality that women are children wouldn't try to manipulate a situation if they're impressionable?
That's a
You know what I mean?
that's a great question. I'm glad you did this to yourself. The thing is
I
this,
mean,
right?
I just want clarification. That's
No,
all.
I'm
I'm like,
I'm just messing with you. See,
not did it to myself,
you
Ricky.
just joking, you just joking, right? This is how I look at this, right? Again, I take the information that women and consensus give me, right? The thing is this: if that's the case, right? If that's the case, if women would to admit that at that point y'all can resolve yourselves with all responsibility whatsoever. You really could. See, but you guys are not you guys, no one on this panel as a whole, right? Black women, y'all the one who champion that y'all don't need a man, that y'all fully capable of doing it by yourself. Y'all don't need a man for nothing, right? So at that point, if you want to wear the crown, it comes with circumstances and responsibilities. But if you want to alleviate yourself and you want to subscribe to my thinking, that means you must subscribe to my rulership. You must, right? And that's why I say, if I'm as a man, like, and fellas, y'all need to listen to this. Every guy not rich. Just like Cece said, when have you seen a 10? Right? Every guy don't have a thing. But if I'm out here breaking my back every day to make your life better, why can't you fall in line? Why not? What's the fight? What's the
but
argument? Hold
but
on,
I think
hold on,
okay, go
hold
ahead.
on. I
Okay,
take
hold on. Let me make my notes in the back.
I take care of the house. I take care of the car. I take care of the garden. I take care of everything. What's the problem? See, I believe in freeing y'all of excuses. That's what I believe, right? Because if I'm handling my business, as y'all say, alpha man, taking care of this, allowing me a place to be in my femininity, blah, blah, blah. If I'm doing that and you got something to say, something wrong with you, not me.
So what I was gonna say was I agree with what you're saying, Ricky, but I think in the context of what we're discussing is I'm not with you. Like, I'm getting to know you, and it's more the getting to know and the manipulation that comes with the mentality that women are like children. So that I'm not talking about like I'm with you, get on my plan, follow me. But if I have the mentality, or if you have the mentality that women are children and women are truly like children, then you don't feel like there's a level of manipulation that men can have in order to coerce women for sex.
Even children know to stay away from a hot stove.
That's fair. That's a great analogy. They do know, but it takes them time to get burned, though. It usually takes them a time to go up and touch that hot
You're
stove.
welcome.
Like,
The
You're
stove.
welcome. You're welcome.
But a stove cannot transform. A stove is a stove is a stove.
that's true too.
Again, it doesn't matter. It's still hot. You see what I'm saying? Again, look, this is where the problem lies in, and if we want to go deep into it, we can, right?
Let's go deep. I love a deep conversation.
This is wherein lies the problem. You see what I'm saying? Again, the simple fact of that, and it's not you, ladies. I want y'all to know it's not y'all fault. It's not y'all fault. You see what I'm saying? Your daddy's supposed to be teaching you this shit. Your daddy's supposed to be
What my dad supposed to teach me? Can you clarify?
Your dad was supposed to teach you how to know what to look in for men, to understand that consistency is is what you need. That a man that's really interested in you will give you time. He will give you effort. He will prove to you he's the man he is. Now y'all got to understand, there's some guys out there that do that shit, but that happens to everybody. It's a gamble. That's what's wrong with a lot of women. Y'all think it ain't no gambling involved when y'all in Vegas. It's Vegas for everybody, baby. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you had a dad around doing his job, you would increase your odds exponentially, right? And minimize the mistakes. But a lot of fathers are in the home, whether they were too scared or too afraid or not man enough to do the job they do, or the mother ran them away. Either way. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I tell y'all, get married, raise your families. That way we have a baseline for the next generation. So again, they can raise their children correctly and so forth and so on. Right? But everybody's stuck on this I, like this the 80s and shit, like Ronald Reagan still in office. The I's, the me's, when we all should be French. We need to get back to we. And a lot of people in relationships and y'all supposed to be we, and y'all still playing I, my career, my this, my that, and y'all wonder why it don't work.
I actually, I agree. But I think the other issue too is in relationships. Even when you'll say we're focused on we, that should be the focus, which means both parties' needs are being met. And I think sometimes what happens, and I'm not saying you guys, because I don't know you at all, but I can go just based on things that I have seen and witnessed myself, or even, sometimes in these YouTube streets, is that some men don't truly understand the meaning of headship or leadership, and they use that to really as an underlying thing to get their needs met only. So it's kind of like, well, I'm working, I need you to do this. Is being used in a wrong way. And so in a situation like that, when the partner or the man in a relationship is not leading in the manner in which he should, then that's where I think it becomes a situation where it's a push and pull, because as a woman, you feel like he does not consider your feelings or needs, are being met. Yet as the wife, you are doing what you were taught. Like you guys have heard me talk about my mom before and my dad and their relationship, and the fact that she was one of those women who were raised right. She had her dad in a home. She saw a good marriage, and her naivety was the fact that she thought all marriages were like what she grew up in. So she got married to my dad expecting that he was going to be like what she saw in her dad, and it wasn't like that. But yet, because the way she was raised, she continued to be the wife, but she didn't necessarily get her needs met in that situation.
Right. And I understand that, but this is what I'm saying when it comes to that type of stuff, right? Again, if y'all looking to pick my brain, I don't believe in one-way relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? For men or women, look, the same way you owe a responsibility to that man to watch his six, to be his nurturer, to be there for him when the world's against him, is the same way he should provide a space for you and protect you. If he's not doing that, why are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Y'all say y'all can recognize weak men. Stop fucking weak men. Stop doing it.
But I mean, is it really weak? I mean, if the average, are we talking about income, right?
No, I'm talking about income ain't got nothing to do with being a man.
It does.
Right, but the scenario that you presented, you were like, oh, I do all this, I do all that.
Right, I do. Again, that was me just scratching the surface. Again, if y'all want to pick my brain, let me know. Right, but I provide a space for my woman. No excuses, no contingencies. I'm a leader at all times. My leadership is not conditional. Right, I'll present my leadership to my wife as a man. And if she's out of pocket, we gonna have a discussion. If she can't get in line, we got decisions to make.